Pokemon Go trainers, welcome to episode 176 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Wednesday, April 28th, 2021, and I'm your host, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, hello. What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, hi. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing well. We've got some beautiful weather here in the dirty Jersey, so it's very nice. It was fucking hot as hell today. Actually got up to like 94 degrees in Jersey today, so it was absolutely out of control. But it's nice, man. It's a beautiful night. I got the windows open, so I'm an old man, so I'm just excited to not have to run utilities over the night. No heat, no air conditioning.
Oh, I know. I can't wait. Just want to save that oil.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, I love that shit. It's like, yes, powered
Saving
by
money's
nature.
Good.
Dude, it's like the little things in life you come to appreciate.
The little things. Let me just turn that light off.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm like, yes, cooling by Mother Nature. It's fantastic. But Adam, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
There's so much to talk about.
So we came off of a very awesome week. We had Sustainability Week and Friendship Day last week, which was fun. We had some spotlight hours, raid hours, all that good shit. Plenty to do and talk about last week. We got Pokemon Snap event coming this week. A lot going on. However, we have some big news to cover.
Gargantuan news.
We got the dates for GoFest 2021. So we have the official dates, but that's about it. So we'll put on tinfoil hats, kind of speculate what we would both like to see for the event. Niantic has announced their May event outline, which switches things up a bit from April, so there's a little bit to talk about there.
May it be shorter than last month?
Is May what?
No. Just the events, like the onslaught of events. May them be lighter.
Well, the events are longer, but there's less events. How about that?
Okay, I'm okay with.
It's meeting you somewhere in the middle, so that's good. But the Luminous Legends X Event has been announced. That's going to be the big first May event coming after the Snap event. We'll talk about that. A bunch of new Pokemon are being released during that event. A lot of hype there. A lot of shit to talk about. And then we're going to poke the bear with the question being actually a fill-in-the-blank question. Dear Niantic, I really wish you would blank. I love asking these questions on social. We get a ton of feedback. We got a ton of responses, like a literal metric shit ton of responses. So plenty to talk about there, and a lot of diversity and a lot of good stuff to talk about. So let's start with this past week of gameplay. We had Sustainability Week. We had Friendship Day on Sunday. It was pretty darn good for trainers and the environment as we played through that Sustainability Week event and wrapped up on Sunday. We had the release of Binacle and Shiny Trubbish, as well as a timed research. We had an egg and raid shakeup. We also had three-tiered reward system for Sustainability Week that we discussed last week, and we talked about how the details were kind of buried 3 blogs deep. That's what the title of last episode was. People are fucking cracking up with that, by the way.
That's awesome.
But it turns out that the community also did not find the info, and many on social media, which ironically was where the campaign was supposed to take place, were completely oblivious to there even being a social component to the whole thing. So it really sucked. And the results prove that, because we only hit the first tier, 2,500 activations. Tier 2 was 5,000. Tier 3 was 10,000. We just crested the 2,500. So,
well, see, hey, now we know it's legit.
Sure, yeah, because they're not going to just give us the 10,000. I mean, it's like, I don't think it was a blowout of the 2,500 either. Like, it was, we just made it. And I think this speaks volumes to the fact of the just poor communication process of event details when it comes to the Pokemon Go Live blog. And I hate to say it, but we talked about it last week. You have all these details, all this information. You talk about, here's tier 1, 2, and 3 rewards, but go here to learn about what the rewards stand for. And then you get there and it's like, all right, well, go over here to learn what you have to do this. That ties back to the original blog. It was like a fucking connect the dots. It was bad. It was really bad. And a day or two before the thing was supposed to wrap up, people were like, wait, what do we have to do? So it really goes to show you like how...
Say what now?
Exactly. Like they really got to do a better job of putting this information front and center. And I got a question for you. When you get like an in-game news pop-up, and this might be different for us because we're in the PR loop cycle, but do you look at the in-game news when they pop up, or do you just kind of like X through it and blah, blah, blah?
I usually X through it, but if it is something that I'd like to look at and go back to, I do look at it. But when it says go to the blog, it's super frustrating.
Yeah. See, I agree with you there. And I hate that, especially when the news pop-up is like super short. Like it's like a 2-sentence thing and it says, click here to go to the blog. It's like, fuck, no, that's the whole thing I'm trying to avoid by looking at it in game.
Yeah, why am I getting out of the game that you want me to be in?
I think that this whole sustainability week thing with the activations and all that, the game would have benefit, and Niantic and the environment and all that would have just... nothing but positive stuff could have come from if they would have given us this information in-app. I just think that they really dropped the ball on this, and I think that's reflected in the performance from the trainers out there. And this is Ingress players as well. And I have no idea how it looked on Ingress or that side of the world because I'm just not involved over there. But I don't know. I hate to say it. They shit the bed with the communication on that one. And it's reflected in our results. But anyway, the Tier 1 gave us additional 5-star raids on Sunday the 25th. And then for me, I didn't notice shit. I didn't really notice anything out of the ordinary, like extra raids on that Sunday the 25th. It seemed like a pretty normal day to me. But
yeah, I didn't notice anything.
Yeah, but, I did mention last week that I was going to be doing some neighborhood cleanup stuff right behind my house in the woods on a path. I'm very proud to say that I did get that shit done, busted my ass for like 3 or 4 hours cleaning up this path. I moved, I think I had 4 bags of garbage and probably about, 20 or 25 wheelbarrow loads of like debris and brush and just leaves and all that shit that I cleared from the path. So I'm happy to do that. I felt great afterwards. No, dude, it was very satisfying and it was very fulfilling. I felt very proud when I was done. My back didn't feel great the next day, but I'm looking at my hands and I got like fucking blisters on my thumbs from raking and all that shit. But it was well worth it. I was glad to do the part, but I just wish more people were involved, and I think they would have been had they known what to do.
Yeah, I remember texting you being like, "Hey."
Yeah, you're like, is this over today? And I'm like, well, the event goes to the 25th, but submissions end on the 23rd. And it was like, oh, fuck. It really was confusing. It really was.
Yeah, like I us being in the loop, but I didn't even know.
So, all right, outside of the rewards, outside of the whole, sustainability campaign, what did you think of the event? Any shiny luck? I ended the event with 3 shiny Trubbish, so I was fucking ecstatic. But how did you do?
The event was fabulous. I had a really good time. It wasn't towards the end of the event, because it was after I texted you. I was like, I just really wanted the Trubbish because I didn't have the Garbodor evolution yet, because I just held off. And I was able to get one, and then almost immediately after I got another one.
That's wild.
So, but I did, because the second I caught one, I just evolved it and got the Dex entry with the shiny, so it felt really good.
Nice.
And then right before the event ended, I caught a Pharaoh Seed. So it was like the Trubbish were both on the same day, and then it's like the next day I got a Pharaoh Seed.
That's legit.
The shiny, yeah. So that was so cool.
Awesome. Was the Pharaoh Seed in the wild or in a raid?
It was in the wild. It was at my house.
That's legit. That's nice.
And I did a bunch of Landorus raids, and I got 100% one.
What? Adam did raids? What?
Yeah.
What? Wow. See, I got I have the incarnate Landorus hundo. So you got the Therian hundo. That's nice.
Yeah, this thing is sweet.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Good for you, dude. Were you able to do any cleanup stuff or?
No, I wish I could have, but...
All right, well, here's the thing. And to all the trainers out there as well, just because you're not going to get an extra fucking reward, extra raids, don't let that stop you from not getting involved in your community or doing something to promote sustainability. I think this is just a good best practice. It makes you a better human being. So regardless of the reward, yeah, the reward was what motivated me. The campaign is what motivated me. But, you know, you use the planet as motivation. It should be. It's like, I know it sucks. It's like I need the game to like push me over the edge, but
listen, we're still waiting on Pokemon Sleep, okay?
Dude, I'm tired as hell, dude. I can't wait to go to sleep.
Oh, you know what else I caught? I caught a 0% Grimer. That was almost like, yeah, that was the first thing that I caught. I was like, wow, this cleanup is going well. I already get a 0% piece of garbage.
Dude, that is awesome.
Collecting the waste. Bottom of the barrel.
Nice. All right. Well, then on Sunday, we did have Friendship Day. This was a 3-hour thing. So 11 to 2, we had the collection challenge that paid out 175,000 XP for completing it. There was a visual glitch. This fucked up with a lot of people's emotions because the pop-up for completing the challenge said, hey, you've won, got 175,000 XP, even if you had a lucky egg running. So when in fact it did double the XP, it just didn't show you. But if you look in your actual stat screen, it would show that you did in fact get 2 times XP, but it was a visual glitch. So that scared a lot of people. What about the green confetti? Because there was supposed to be green confetti coming down. It didn't show in my game until like 15 minutes before the event ended. And then I saw the green confetti.
Yeah, I didn't see any.
You kind of think like, all right, well, this isn't like a major component, and we've seen the confetti before with GoFest and all that shit, and it was like wasn't a big deal. But I gotta say, I was like, where the fuck's my green confetti? I want my confetti. I wanted it. So that was a little bit of a bummer. Trade distance was increased to 40K. Triple catch XP was up, and 3-hour incense and lures. 3-hour lures was legit. That was the first time we had that in about a year. So that was really cool. But were you able to complete the collection challenge in time?
I was able to complete the collection challenge. It's almost like they turned the volume up and then up and then up and then up, because at first it was, you got your Snivy, your Chikorita, your Bulbasaur, and your Chespin. Like, that's kind of like all I was seeing. And I was like, wow, this really just feels like an awkward mashup of community days.
Right.
And then, yeah, because it was just like a bunch of Tricos too. And then I put my incense on, and then other things started spawning around me that were interesting. So it's like I got a Breloom, and then I got a Alolan Executor, and I was like, what is going on? And then I got a Cacturn, and I was like, okay, all right.
I need the Cacnea for the challenge, but I'll take the Cacturn.
Well, I need the dark types.
You're still on the dark types?
Oh, I have all the dragons, just not the dark types.
Nice.
I literally need 2 dark type.
Only 2? All right,
only
so you're
2.
Close. And then you get your Mew, like that's it? Like you're there?
I believe so.
Nice.
If that's what comes after that, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I completed the whole thing in 22 minutes. That's what it took me. One walk, through the neighborhood with the dog, and I was able to finish it up. And I didn't mind it being short because looking at the big picture, it's timed. You can only do it during the event. The event is only a 3-hour window, so it has to be short. It wasn't like a weekend timed event or a full day timed event. So I understood it being on the shorter side, so I was totally fine with that. Did you make any trades? I didn't trade for shit.
I didn't trade do it at all.
I like had some stuff lined up. It fell through. I put it like in my town Discord. I even like added a couple new people, and I'm like, yo, let's go. I thought we were going to do some trades, and like they didn't fucking come through. So
yeah, I was like, hey, does anybody have any Delibirds with bows? Nope.
So okay. This was weird because this almost, it's Friendship Day, but what about it, besides the increased trade distance, had anything to do with friendship? You know what I mean? Like, I remember the first time they did a friendship event, they gave us double hearts for interactions. And to me, that's the ideal bonus for something that's going to be touted as a friendship event. Like, that shows you're developing friendship with other trainers because you're doubling up on the amount of hearts that you earn through interactions. I love that. That's what should have been in this event, in my humble opinion, because then that would have felt more like friendship. This was just like a collection challenge, some XP, and then you get the trade distance. I don't know. It didn't. I like with events, I like to feel immersed within the theme of the event. For Sustainability Week, I'm out there picking up trash, I'm go plussing, I'm doing this, I'm that, I'm catching Trubbish and Grimer. It felt like a Sustainability Week event. It really felt accurate. I felt immersed. But with the friendship thing, I didn't really get the vibe. So, is what it is. It was a short-ass event, only 3 hours. I mean, I think the trades ended up lasting a little bit longer, which was nice, but I still didn't do shit for fucking 40K trades. So,
yeah,
they got to open it up, man. They got to make it 100, 1,000. It's if they're not.
Yeah, if we
I
can't
sound
trade
like such
with
a
each
complainer,
other,
but
it's not far enough.
Well, dude, how many miles are you? I don't know how many miles you are. You're probably like 450 or 500 miles. I don't know, some shit like that. I don't know. Next up, we have the new Pokemon Snap event, which actually starts tomorrow, the 29th, and runs through the 2nd. So we can't give our experiences. We could talk about it in next week's recap. But Pokemon inspired by the landscapes of the Lental region, like Lotad, Cacnea, and Ducklet, will be appearing more often in the wild, while Pokemon like Vaporeon, Meganium, and Trapinch will be in raids. There's going to be event-exclusive field research, a timed research, but the big deal is really about Shiny Smeargle being released. We've actually learned from our friends in Australia that you could do 15 photobombs a day, which is really awesome. So you end up getting, 60 Smeargle encounters over the life of the event, which is really nice. And you have a camera avatar item and a camera-themed sticker available in the shop. You could also get the sticker from gifts. This is a pretty cool event. I like when they do crossovers to other parts of the Pokemon franchise, so I'm totally, digging that. But I'm very excited that Shiny Smeargle opportunities will be 15 a day, because I was expecting 5, because whenever they do these photobomb things, it's 5 a day. So 15 is really fucking awesome. But what do you think of this event? I mean, this is really all about the Smeargle,
It's really
right?
all about Smeargle.
Yep.
I was really hoping for Kecleon, but I'll take a Shiny Smeargle.
Yeah. I think Smeargle fits the Snap thing more, artsy, that kind of whole thing. But what's up with this fucking raid and spawn pool? It's like really.
It's just not I don't want to do any of it.
Like I can't wait to go outside and catch Cacnea and Ducklet. What? Like,
I can't wait to stay inside and just take photobombs. No, well, I think that's the thing. They want to celebrate and make you feel immersed while playing Snap.
Okay.
I don't think the intention is go outside, go catch every Ducklet you see. It's
all right.
Stay inside.
That makes sense. But it's a couple days long. I get that. But I could tell you that the majority of my snapshots will probably be like my underwear at my ankles and of my feet on my bathroom floor. Hoping to get the shitter shiny. Remember from back in the day, we used to call it shitter shiny.
Yes.
Oh my God! Long-time listeners of the show,
please get a shitter shiny.
I know,
Smeargle.
Dude. If you listen to the show for a long time, we back in the day, like in the first year,
which
we would
was
talk
a Wednesday.
about that. Yeah, it was if you caught a shiny while you're in, taking a shit, that was officially a shitter shiny. And like I remember people would be posting in our Discord and be like, "Yo, I caught a shitter shiny." It's so funny.
And for the record, we are 330 miles from each other.
Really? That's it? That's not too bad.
That's not too
bad at all. That's not too bad.
Dear Niantic.
Yeah. Can you make the trade distance 330 miles? Awesome. No, but yeah, this I'm definitely not into this spawn pool, this raid pool, but I guess it's not that big a deal because it really is all about the Shiny Smeargle opportunity. So 'tis what it tis. And I'm excited for the camera avatar item too. I don't know if I'll get it because I'm digging my look. I got the old school NES bag going, but we'll have to see what the camera looks like. But I like the gifts. Or stickers. I mean, I love the stickers. I'm a collector of those, so I'll definitely make sure I max out on that shit just to have it in the inventory. All right, shifting gears, we do have, it's time to put on a little tinfoil hat, Adam. We do have our GoFest 2021 announcement, and it's really not much of an announcement at all. All it is the dates. And this is exactly what it says. It says, mark your calendars, trainers. Pokemon Go Fest will return this year as a 2-day global event from July 17th to July 18th. And that's pretty much it. And, they're not saying in plain language that this year's Go Fest will be just virtual, but that's pretty much what they're implying here. Like, just like last year, here's a global event. So no in-person component to the 2021 Go Fest, but they're promising that this is going to be big time. The reason being, this is Pokemon franchise's 25th anniversary. This is Pokemon Go's 5th anniversary. So they'll be pulling out all the stops to kind of celebrate those two things. We do have a few hints hiding in the announcement, specifically with the image. The GoFest 2021 logo itself, right? It has this nice blue and green colorway and some musical notes. All right, so that's one thing. And then in the body of the blog, in the body of the post, it says, stay tuned for more details, which is pretty straightforward, something they typically do. But they put the word tuned in italics. Now, GoFest is known for releasing mythical Pokemon. So if we put our
this is going to be a Cricketune.
we put our tinfoil hats on, we could speculate that this is going to be Meloetta. And I've already seen Trainer Tips put a video out. I've seen this on social from other creators saying like, Meloetta. It makes sense that this would be Meloetta. I think Meloetta is a phenomenal looking Pokemon. It should be okay, but Adam, let's put on the tinfoil hat. What would you like to see from another virtual Go Fest, and your thoughts on the potential of this being Meloetta?
Can we get rid of Meloetta?
Really?
Can we have it? Okay, so it's 2 days. They usually like to make it 2 days, so we should get Shaman Landform, and then Shaman Skyform the next day, and have the quests and goals lead up to each of those, so you're engaged and have to play for both days. But that is just my tinfoil hat, and that is what I wish happened.
So, if we remember last year...
I know, they just did just Victini. I know.
Yeah, but remember, like, day 2 was like this Team Go Rocket kind of thing, and it was a bit of a downer, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was very lame.
So... I'm hoping that the events and what we're going to be engaged in over the 2 days is a little bit more, I hate to say it, engaging than what it was last year. Now, what you just mentioned, Adam, I think would have been a great idea, where you've got 2 forms of Shaman that could have 2 different types of storylines leading up to the 2. I like that. But then at that point, they're giving away 2 mythicals. You know what I mean? Like,
it's just one, but it's just 2 different forms. That's all.
Yeah, but still, at 1 dex entry, but 2 Pokemon. I don't know. I don't really know what they're gonna do, but I definitely want them to do more global challenge stuff. I think that it's, especially for a large scale event like this, having a global challenge that they can kind of break up into different smaller challenges is phenomenal. And I like when they do team-based stuff, so I'd love to see, like, putting Valor against Mystic and Instinct, like that kind of thing, to create some competition. I think that can create friendly competition within local communities that will ultimately scale to global communities. So I really dig that. I hope they do something there. But I hope that special research, whatever they do, I just want them to use special research to really push fucking narrative. I don't want special research that's boring. I don't want special research that I'm just going to skip the dialogue, the text. You know what I mean? Like, make it engaging. Like, tell me a story. Like, I just want story. You know, I think that's where I'm at with this game. It's like the redundancy of the actions of what we do day in, day out: catch, spin, transfer, appraise, transfer, raid, it's so redundant. It's so mundane. I need some narrative. I need some story in my life. So that's really what I hope they do. But what about Meloetta? You're not into it?
Doesn't Meloetta have multiple forms, though?
Yes. It actually has 2 different forms, the Aria form and the Pirouette form. It's a normal type Gen 5 Pokemon. I don't know how they're going to handle this, because, all right, like you're saying with Shaman, wait. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. The colors in the logo match the Aria form, not the pirouette form. Fuck, how are they going to do this? All right, now I'm intrigued. Now I'm intrigued because what you had brought up with Shaman, maybe that could be applied to Meloetta.
And then you get
Interesting. Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay, now my gears are grinding.
Things that I think would make for a fantastic Go Fest. This is just me spitballing, but Kecleon in snapshots. Okay, hear me out.
Okay, go for it and continue. I agree.
Keldeo in raids, or I don't know if we want them in raids or if it's like a storyline to get all 3 Galarian forms of Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. But that would be sick too, because the TCG set Chilling Reign has each of those in the set, but those are on June 18th. And then this is July, so a month later. So those cards would be in rotation. They've been in the video game. Go is the last one to put these in,
Interesting. All right, Adam. Adam got some good shit here. I'm sure, just like with the Kanto tour, they had like multiple blogs leading up to it where they would kind of trickle out details. I'm assuming that we're going to see the same thing here for GoFest. As we get closer, we'll have probably an early May update, a mid-May update, an early, get a couple updates every month with a little bit more detail as we get towards July. So,
and then they could add like Crabrawler for like a reward in Go Battle League. So if you're playing Go Battle League, you have like a new Pokemon to go after. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of like stuff they could do to make it exciting, or put like they did with the trainers, where they had the trainers all around that won that contest.
Oh, the NPC stuff.
Yeah. And like make the reward like a Pokemon that you can catch at the end of it.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do. Definitely, put on your tinfoil hat. Let us know. What do you think they're going to do? But more importantly, what do you want them to do? What would you like to see out of
Pikachu in
GoFest?
a new hat.
Fucking hats.
literally just an entire GoFest of just every hatted Pikachu.
Did you see that meme? It was a Pikachu that had every hat that's been released stacked on top of it. So it was one Pikachu with every hat. It was like,
yes. But I'm talking about
tall.
Pikachu in all its costume forms. Everything, every hat, every costume.
Dude, I don't even want to know how many inventory slots I have taken up because of all the fucking Pikachus. Between Pichu and Raichu and Pikachu with all their fucking hats and shit, I probably have 200 of them. It's so annoying. I don't know what
all you
my
have to do is just type in Pikachu, and then it'll give you how many you have. I have 178.
Oh my god.
That includes Raichus, though.
Yeah, and Pichus. But that's a lot. All right. Well, anyway, moving on. I'm sure we'll cover this more on every episode getting up towards July 17th as we get new information. So we'll talk about it as we get it. But we do have all the information for May. Niantic is known for this. We've come to expect this. Their May update is released via their blog. And May definitely is a little bit of a different format than what we're used to from last month. In April, we had a bunch of events that were like super short. And in May, it looks like the events are going to be more stretched out. They're going to be longer. I think people want this. I think this is going to be kind of a direct response to feedback, which is good. Now, we could start with Giovanni, and we talked about last week how Giovanni was missing, or Team Go Rocket at large was missing. So we'll talk about that in the miscellaneous news. But Team Go Rocket is clearly back, and in May, you'll be able to get Shadow Moltres. This was the final, rebranding of the birds that have come back around. Now, if you haven't completed the Higher They Fly, that was the one that came out in March. If you complete that, use your Super Rocket Radar, you get your Shadow Moltres. You can also get a Super Rocket Radar from the Times research that's going to be available during the Luminous Legends X event that we're going to break down in a bit. But Adam, where are you at with the Giovanni stuff? Did you, before Team Go Rocket went away because of the issues, were you able to get Zapdos? Where are you at with things?
I don't think I got Zapdos.
Oof.
How do I know?
Well, do you have one or two Shadow Zapdos?
Hang on, I'm hatching an egg. Oh gosh.
Oh, the eggs. That's so funny because there was one of the Poke the Bear responses was about being able to disable egg animations because they always seem to happen at the worst time. So we'll definitely take a look at that. But let me see if I put in Pikachu. Oh my God, 237 Pikachu line with the whole evolution line. 237. Are you fucking kidding me?
I have 2 Zapdos.
Okay, so you did get the Zapdos. All right. Oh wait, no, I have 3 Shadow Zapdos. All right, so you only got 2. So you didn't get your third. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about you having the opportunity to get that in the future. But didn't you say you wanted Moltres anyway? You wanted to double up on your Moltres?
Yes.
Okay, so then that works out for you. But so you'll be able to kind of do it like that. Let's see. The research breakthrough encounter will be Galarian Ponyta. You know, a lot of us may have it. However, this is going to be good because a lot of trainers do still need this for their collection because it was a limited thing. And only hatching from eggs. If you're not into the hatching game, you may never see this. So this is a good opportunity to get this in the hands of different trainers. What do you think on this? Thumbs up, thumbs down on Galarian Ponyta?
Thumbs up.
Okay. I agree.
Galarian Ponyta.
Yep.
I'm
Pokemon.
always excited when I hatch one.
Yep, and the Galarian Rapidash is fucking gorgeous. You know what I mean? It's just like a good-looking Pokemon. So I'm all for this. Good stuff. Swablu Community Day has been announced, and this is going to be Saturday, May 15th from 11 to 5 local time. Altaria can learn the Fairy-type charged move Moonblast, which is actually not what the community was hoping for or expecting. They were thinking Earthquake would have been a really good move for Altaria. There will be an optional $1 special research story called Cotton Winged Bird. It'll be available as well as a Community Day box in the shop for 1,280 Pokecoins as usual. But check this. The box is going to contain 50 Ultra Balls, 5 Super Incubators, 5 Incense, and an Elite Fast TM. So this is definitely switching things up from what we're used to. We kind of saw a different box last month as well. So this is definitely continuing to change the content to this box, which I like.
I like that.
Yeah, totally. The bonus is also going to be quarter hatch distance and 3-hour incense. I'm never really into the quarter hatch distance thing for Community Day because it's like, how many eggs are you really going to, if you're playing from home, you can't take advantage of it. If you're, only playing half the day, like it really only has a big impact as soon as the day starts. Cause like I'll go into the event with a bunch of eggs ready to be put in incubators. But after that, it's like, I'm going to get fucking 2Ks and I'm, I don't know. Hopefully there'll be
They
some
should have
good
called
shit
it
next.
the Q-tip. The Q-tip research or something.
I'm definitely listening to Tribe Called Quest during Community Day to rock out for some Q-tip. That's funny as hell. No, a lot of people call the Swablu the chicken nugget, the shiny. So, get your chicken nuggets.
The golden
for sure.
goose egg.
Yes. But what do you think about this with all the stuff we've talked about over the past couple months with recycled shinies being used for Community Day? What do you think of this? Altaria does have a Mega. The Mega is coming. That's another thing we'll talk about. So,
well, I mean, it's not that I'm upset about it or anything. It's just one of those I don't have to care to play too much. Like I've already got a bunch of shinies, so I get to relax. It's kind of how Snivy felt. Like although I did play a bunch for Snivy, I didn't feel like I needed to get shinies.
I wonder if that's by design from Niantic. I don't think so. I think they would want us playing no matter what, but that's a good point though.
Yeah, it's just like that FOMO feeling. It's not there. At least for me.
No, I mean, that makes a lot of sense, but I think rather than people going to catch volume of shinies, they're just going to be going to catch the good IVs for the Mega or to get the Candy XL. So it kind of changes the dynamic of what you're going for, where, all right, I don't have to play for fucking 6 hours and catch every single fucking Pokemon I see.
Yeah, I can play for half the day and feel comfortable knowing that like I got enough candy and stuff. Interesting.
What do you think of this Moonblast charge move? I don't know how it's going to fare. I haven't looked at the stats. They literally just announcement
it's
comes
a
out
dragon
tomorrow,
type. So Moonblast is gonna. That's a fairy type attack, right? Yeah. So
Correct.
So it's just gonna do more damage to itself.
I don't know.
It's
I
like
don't
here's
know.
the perfect counter to itself.
To itself, yeah, like just like dragon moves. Whenever I get like a PV, because I use Altaria, or I use Altaria in GBL. So it's like if I ever get like a mirror match, it's just like fuck, we're both going to be dead in 3 seconds because we're both doing super effective damage to each other.
Yeah.
It's like fuck. It's like, but every so often you catch him with the dragon type charge move and just fucking wreck him. But I don't know. This is up and down. It's going to be interesting to see. Like, this announcement is happening tomorrow, so we haven't really seen the community reaction yet. Pokemoners did find Swablu stuff in the code, so there's been some early kind of leaky stuff, but nothing confirmed. Community doesn't seem too happy about it. We'll have some more feedback for you next week once the official announcement is made and we can tell what the community thinks, but we'll have to see there. We'll have to see. Raids are going to be pretty interesting during the month of May as we have the return of incarnate forms, the forces of nature. That's happening right now. We had our raid hour today, which featured all 3 of them, which was pretty cool. But
I got
this was
nobody to send me raids.
I did go physically to a raid hour today, and there was like 4 or 5 people, where it's typically 10 or 12 people. It was like the stragglers of people that didn't get the shinies the first time around, and they're just like last ditch effort, to kind of try for these shinies. So that's pretty much what I saw. But that is only going until the 4th. And unless we got any other additional announcements, we're only going to see 2 other legendary Pokemon for the entire month of May. And that's Xerneas, which is coming from the 4th through the 18th, and Yveltal, which is coming from the 18th through June 1st. Now, Adam, what do you think of legendaries in general being on a 2-week-long rotation? Is this too short? Is this too long? Especially when the shiny isn't available. Like, what do you think of this 2-week swing for Xerneas in Yveltal?
I'm okay with it because then it reduces the FOMO.
But it's not going to bore you?
No, because the fact that like I have to get people to raid with me, like it's going to be exciting for like the first couple of days, and then it's going to die down. That's just how it is. And then somebody's going to get 100% and be like, I need all the raids.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened to me.
with Landorus?
Yeah.
No, see, but that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about this having like a major impact for the first like week. And then the second week, it's going to be fucking dead, where no one's going to want to do shit.
But that's okay.
Yeah, is it though?
Yeah.
I don't know if
it'll give people a chance to want to go after other raids. You'll get raid invites for level 1s again. You'll get raid invites to random level 3 ones.
No, it's I don't know. I think the 7 to 10 day window for me is the ideal window for a legendary, especially if it's not shiny, because the shiny is what's going to motivate people to continue to raid something. Where it's like, all right, you're going to have the bulk of people that will do like one big raid day, get Xerneas in the decks, catch a couple of them, and then really be done with it. I'm not saying they won't do additional raids, but for the most part, they're done. But if the shiny was available, they're still going to be motivated to continually raid that Pokemon because they want the shiny. And then only once they get the shiny will they then slow down. So I don't know. I just think 2 weeks is a long time. We'll have to see how this plays out. These are badass fucking Pokemon. Yveltal is really like a fan favorite. It's kind of like Darkrai-esque, just badassery. So we'll see if the aesthetics of the Pokemon give it, a longer lifespan. But, we'll have to see. I just think that 2 weeks is a long time. Mega Pokemon will also be rotating through the month. Check the dates in the blog, but Venusaur, Lopunny, Abomasnow, Charizard Y, Ampharos, Houndoom, and of course Altaria will be available post-Community Day. Raid hours were going to remain on the schedule every Wednesday from 6 to 7, and so 2 shots at Xerneas, 2 shots at Yveltal. Tuesday Spotlight hours will also remain on the schedule with some interesting choices this month, starting with Tuesday the 4th, Cottony in the Spotlight with Double Catch Candy. The 11th, we have Dratini This is a very interesting choice. Dratini, and there's a reason for this. Dratini in the spotlight with twice the candy for transferring Pokemon. So catch your fucking Dratini, set an alarm for, 5 minutes before the spotlight ends and get rid of all your Dratini so you can get that extra candy. Tuesday the 18th, Alolan Rattata will be in the spotlight with double XP for evolving Pokemon. And then finally the 25th, Marill in the spotlight with double catch Stardust. So any of these kind of tickling your jellies?
The one that tickles my jelly the most is the Alolan Rattata.
Is it because you need the shiny?
Nope. I just really enjoy Rattatas. And then there's also the giant rat or the tiny rat.
The tiny rat medal.
Yeah.
So I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, like there's other things other than it being like a spotlight Pokemon. Like there's a medal that's involved with this Pokemon, and there's a shiny that's involved with this Pokemon. I'm excited.
So there's a reason why Dratini is important in this list. We'll talk about that. It was a
Community Day Pokemon, and and also a voted on choice as well.
Yes, but there's going to be a new reason of why you're going to want to get this thing in your inventory, and a lot of them, and a lot of candy. We'll talk about that in a second. But I agree with you 100%. I am way behind on that tiny fucking rat medal. So Rattata is a good opportunity to get that. And Alolan Rattata has a fucking mustache, so how could you not love that shit? And finally, we have the Luminous Legends X and Y events, which will coincide with the release of Xerneas and Yveltal. We're going to cover the Luminous Legends Y event as we get closer to the event date. But we do have complete details on the Luminous Legends X event, so we could talk about that now. And we have our full May layout, and you can see that rather than having a bunch of short events like we did in April, we have these long, big, overarching events. And these Luminous Legends X event is going to run the first half of the month. This is from the 4th through the 17th. And then ultimately the Y event will run from the 18th to June 1st. So
we'll get a little break.
Yes. Big, long events. Which
That's
is
how
okay.
I like it.
I think people were, long? But no, there's a lot of people asking for less action. This is going to be a lot easier for people to keep track of what's going on in the game because the events aren't changing 3 times a fucking week. You know what I mean? This just makes a little bit more sense for people's schedules. But there's plenty to unpack here in this event. This is a very packed event. So Xerneas, of course, will be making its debut in 5-star raids. It is a fairy-type Kalos legendary Pokemon. It's featured in the current loading screen, so it's not really a surprise that this was incoming. Now, Xerneas does have 2 forms, but they're not actually forms. They're modes, active mode and neutral mode. And my guess is that it will be in neutral mode when you're looking at it in your decks, or even maybe when you're walking it as your buddy. But when you use it in GBL or in a raid or something like that, it will be in active mode. Active mode is the one that has the rainbow fucking antlers going on. So that's the really, really good looking one.
That's cool.
But I hope there's still a way somehow for in Go Snapshot that you can shoot pictures in both forms or both modes. I hope they do something with that. So that's my only request. But we also have 3 lines of Pokemon making their debut in this event. This is huge. Spritzy, Swirlix, and Goomy. I fucking love Goomy so much. They're all going to be available in the wild along with other dragon and fairy type Pokemon like Dratini, Ralts, Bagon, Cottony, and more. Huge. This is a great fucking pool.
That is exciting.
Goomy is called out in the blog as being the rare one, saying that you need to be extremely lucky to find them. Now, Adam, thoughts on the use of the words extremely lucky? How rare do you think this thing will be? And how would you feel going through a 2-week-long event and not finding a featured Pokemon?
I would be pretty angry.
Okay, so this is going to be rare, but Trainer Tip's video, he was like, hey, I'm expecting this to be Dino or Axu rare. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I hope not. I hope it's not that rare.
No, well, I'm not worried because when we've had Pokemon get released, a Dino, Cryogonal, anything like that, I've had them at my house. I've had
Sure.
Lapras, I've had Snorlax, so I'm pretty confident. Like I've actually seen a Gibble recently in my house, so it's like I'm pretty confident that one will spawn at some point at my house.
Right. Like if you look at Tynamo or Binacle or things like that, they're somewhat common. Even like Skrelp, Clauncher, like they were readily available. So I think that we may see Swirlix, like that kind of stuff, and Spritzy commonly, like more like Skrelp and Clauncher. But I don't know. I just don't know how rare Goomy is going to be. So it'll be interesting. I hope they do make it somewhat rare, but not like fucking dino level rare. I want to be able to catch the fucking thing. And also it's a 3-stage evolution. So you're going to need the candy. So, if you're into using rare candy, this might be a Pokemon that you may want to bank some rare candy for so you can get up the evolutions. If this thing is going to be fucking stupid rare, but we'll have to see how rare it actually is. The Rainy Lure module, we talked about this being found in the code last week, will be available. And now we have the details. It's going to attract water, bug, and electric type Pokemon. It will also allow you, it'll also allow you to evolve Sliggoo, which is the evolution of Goomy, into Goodra. So you'll need to be within range of a Rainy Lure module. Or Sliggoo can also evolve when the weather in-game is rainy. So we have like
That's cool.
Yes, I think this is opening the door to a very cool new type of immersion with the game where the dynamic weather actually impacts things outside of just boosting the Pokemon. Now you can evolve a Pokemon. So like, let's say you're in fucking parts of California where it never fucking rains, right? You're going to need this lure module to do this. But on a day that it does happen, like where California may just happen to get some fucking rain in fucking Long Beach or some shit like that, everyone's going to be evolving their fucking Sliggoo. I love that. I just think that's cool because it adds to the immersion. If you were a real Pokemon trainer and you knew you could evolve your Pokemon when it rains and you see it raining in game, boom, now's your opportunity to do that. So I think that's really, really freaking cool. Eggs and raids are also going to be shook up. Cleffa, Igglybuff, Azurill, Gibble, Swirlix, and Spritzy will be hatching from 7k eggs. And Psychic Dragon and Fairy types like Galarian Ponyta and Alolan Exeggutor will be in raids. Adam, what do you think about 7Ks being brought back into the event mix? We've seen 2Ks, we've seen 5Ks recently. This is the first time in a while. Okay.
As long as we can still see what eggs they're like, what we're gonna get in those eggs.
That's the beauty.
And stuff.
We will. We have the egg transparency now.
And
so
then
at least
with
we
that
know.
being said, you can still choose to open up gifts when you have slots or not. So you can choose whether you want to grab those or just get the normal eggs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're not forced.
You have some agency there. Yeah. I like that a lot.
Where I'm forced into the 5K eggs and I have to hatch every single 5K egg that I have.
It was cool because I was looking through my egg inventory the other day and I hate fucking 5Ks and I've been sitting on, tons of them, and every so often, if all I have is a 5K, I'm on that single incubator grind, free incubator, so I'll throw like a 5K in there. But as I'm scrolling through my 5Ks, what was cool was because of that egg transparency, where we could see what the potential hatches are, I was able to differentiate what eggs were from what event. Because I was able to see that the pool of Pokemon that was available from that egg, that 5K, was different from the 5K that's next in my inventory. So it was like, oh shit, this was the event egg. I'll hatch this one next. You know what I mean? Like, I like having that little bit more, control over what I'm hatching. If they're not going to have breeding, or if they're not going to let us, know exactly the odds, it's like this is the closest thing we're going to get to having control over that portion of the game. So I thought that was pretty cool. Next, we have field research that will lead to Psychic Dragon and Fairy type encounters. We have timed research leading to Fairy encounters that will also reward a Rainy Lure module. That's going to be cool. So if you don't want to buy this thing, you do the timed research. Event exclusive AR mapping tasks that will lead to encounters with Galarian Ponyta. I like this. I think that anything to drive people to do AR scanning is good. I think people that may not be, typically the the research grinder where you're going to do your research breakthrough every week. This is, they stumble across an AR scanning task. Boom, you get your Galarian Ponyta. So I definitely like that. And
I like encounters in my AR mapping scans
as a reward. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, because any way you look at it, it's ultimately XP, it's candy, it's Stardust. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting all that stuff from a catch. So it's like, it is a pretty comprehensive reward. I dig that. That makes sense. We talked about Dratini Spotlight Hour and why that's important, and this is why. Dragonite will be able to TM into Draco Meteor, and Salamence will be able to TM into Outrage during the event. So we know that Bagon is going to be in the wild, and we have Dratini in Spotlight Hour. This is awesome opportunities to build these Pokemon out, especially if you're sitting on some shadows. Like, now's your chance. Get this shit done. Make sure you do this. Hopefully you got rid of frustration if you do have those shadows, but holy shit. Like, yeah, Adam always fucking forgets. I know, he's the worst. But dude, there's a ton that we've talked about already for this event. There's a lot to unpack. We're not even done yet, but let's kind of start to try to make sense of this. Your thoughts on the new cluster of Pokemon that we're getting, the Spritzy, Swirlix, and Goomy. That's awesome stuff, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Anytime they introduce new Pokemon, it's always a welcome thing.
But it's 3. I like that. Like, for a while we were getting 1 at a time, and then we had the Claunchers Skrelp thing. All right, here's 2, and then Binacle, here's 1. And it's like, all right, now we're getting 3, and they can all evolve and shit. That's fucking legit. That's nice. And they all kind of fit a similar aesthetic. They're all these cute little blobby, small, fluff, round little things. So I think they all kind of share an aesthetic. So I like that they're all coming out together. What about Xerneas? This is phenomenal, right? New legendary is
100%, 100%.
Yeah. Awesome.
Like
awesome.
I said, I'm excited. I'm gonna raid, and I'll enjoy it.
And how often are you using, like, the other special lure modules, like the Glacial Lure, Mossy, and all that shit? Like, really? Me too. Like, I've been sitting on a couple in my inventory that I've gotten from, like, rewards, and I rarely use them. And, maybe this has to do with not being out and about as much as I used to, or things like that, or being out for events. So maybe as the world normalizes. Oh, I'm getting my vaccine on Friday. I'm very excited about that.
I still have to make my appointment.
Dude, I was able to, in Jersey, they just passed the thing. Everyone over 16 is available. I fucking went online today. Within 10 minutes, I had my both appointments for first and second doses set. I was like, oh shit, that was fucking easy. So yeah, excited for that. But yeah, that's good shit. I think that the Rainy Lure module you're probably going to see these pop up a lot, but I'm worried that once the Sliggoo thing kind of dies down, you may not see these things too often. Like, on a community day, it's like I try to coordinate, like, with my community and be like, all right, let's not overdo our fucking lures with the special shit. You know what I mean? Like, we usually have, like, a couple stops that are, like, in the corner, and then those are designated for, like, the special lures. Because otherwise it's like, I want event spawns to come from. I don't want fucking these random shit spawning. Let's see what else we have. Community Day moves coming back. That's fucking phenomenal. I mean, you can't, right? There's nothing bad about that.
Yeah, no, that I'm excited.
But this makes sense of why you're going to want to go after Dratini now, because now you're going to be able to get your XL candy. You're going to be able to build your Dragonites up. This is all good stuff. So it all plays into itself. So, one system feeding into another system. Take advantage of all this stuff. Little coordination is necessary, but it'll be worth it in the end.
For sure.
All right. Holy shitballs, Adam. That was a lot, but it's not even done yet. It's not even it.
But wait, event. There's more.
There is more for this fucking event. We have another global challenge running from Saturday, May 1st through Sunday, May 9th that will task trainers with catching 500 million fairy-type Pokemon in total. And if we complete the goal, we're going to be rewarded from Tuesday, May 11th through Monday, May 17th with the following: triple catch XP bonus, Pancham making its Pokemon Go debut, appearing in raids for the rest of the event. And if you're lucky, you might find a shiny Galarian Ponyta, and ultimately that'll be available after the event as well. So they've learned here. Very important to give props and kudos to Niantic here, because with the sustainability event, when we had the previous event, when we had the global challenge, complete X amount, 40 million raids, the remaining time you get double catch XP or double catch Stardust, right? That sucked. One, because it put pressure on us. The event, we worked for a bunch of days to get a day and a half or 2 days of reward. So what did they do? They took this event and they said the entire period that you can catch the Pokemon will not interfere with the reward window. So if we unlock the 500 million catches on day 1 or on day 4, it doesn't matter. The event window the reward window is uninterrupted. I love that. I totally love that. Definitely the right thing to do. Definitely a good move from Niantic. Also, these aren't raids, so you don't have to pay in. All you have to commit is time.
Could be.
Well, Pancham is the reward. The 500 million fairy types you can catch in the wild. So it's like all you really need to invest to do this global challenge is your time. It's not like you have to invest into doing raids. So even though you get free raid passes, that whole conversation we talked about last week, it still didn't feel great because you had to buy in to do this in volume. Here, you just got to get out and play. I love that. And then ultimately, once the Luminous Legends X event wraps up, that will shift into the Y event. We'll talk about that when we get there. And Pancham will be available during the Luminous Legends Y event in 12K eggs. So that's that. But holy shit, dude. That was like one event announcement, but it felt like,
that was like the whole show right there.
I know. We're an hour in. We didn't even take our break yet. Like it's been a lot. So tons and tons and tons of information here. So I'm sure your mind is melting. Let's take a little break, get a little breather. Everyone hydrate, have a little sip of water. Adam, let's take a little break. We'll do the same. When we come back, we'll wrap up with this Poke the Bear.
All right.
What do you think?
Yeah,
all right, everyone,
sounds good.
Perfect. We'll be back right after this. From our break. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate y'all so much. A little housekeeping to get through before the ass of the show. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support the show for as little as $1 a month. That $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout out to our show supporter tier patrons: Ace Trainers, Adrock, Alex, Andrew, Brian, Brittany, Chad, Carol, Chris, Cody, Eric, Garrett, G-Stacks87, Griggle788, Harry, Heracross Boss, James, J. Mackle, Jolt Switch, Justin, Ken, Lynchbot, Malachi, Mike, M. Pitts, Pokenabot, Purple Pancakes, Ricky, Sam, Smeatwad, The Joker, The Noise, and Wood Woes Wolf. And a huge shout out to our gym leaders: Absolutely Ryan, Dig Dug Rob, Jamal, JD Mojo Jojo, Magikarp Diem, MD, Sharkfin, Talon, Tish, TN Comics Wiz, and new for this week, Grant. Thank y'all so incredibly much for your support. We really do appreciate it. Also sending some love to our newest Discord trainer, Lyle. Thank you, Lyle, for joining up. He actually jumped into our Zoom call just before we started recording here, so it was awesome to meet Lyle in person via Zoom and get to see a little FaceTime. That was awesome. And always a ton of love to our executive producer, Paul Bott. And don't forget, our merch store is available, PokemonProfessor.com/merch. All right, Adam, let's run through some miscellaneous news really quick before we poke the bear. Oh, we actually have some listener emails, too. I know we're going a little long today, but it's all good. A lot of info. But weekly free bundles, including the free remote raid pass, will also be available through the month of May on Mondays, so that's good. We also talked about how Team Go Rocket has returned to the game. It is important to note that Shadow Zapdos will now be available to encounter when you defeat Giovanni between June 1st and June 17th. So, prior this was March, April, May for the Shadow Legendary Birds. Now you have June 1st to June 17th to get that Shadow Zapdos, to make up for the time that it was gone. So just be aware with how you're using your Super Rocket Radars. Like Adam, if you wanted that Zapdos, you could, have the opportunity to do it come June.
Yeah. I mean, I unequipped it because I need to defeat 43 grunts right now. I'm on that part of the quest.
I absolutely remember that. Oh, also, shout out to Lachlan from our community who shared with us the referral program, has been alive and well. But there's actually a second page of referral rewards and tasks that kind of hasn't been talked about by anyone yet because very few trainers have actually gotten to the second page. But apparently on the second page, there's some pretty sweet rewards. There's 4 tasks. Earn a gold Kanto medal, and this will give you the new trainer 50 rare candy and the referring trainer 30 rare candy. There's also win 100 trainer battles in Go Battle League. That's a big one. 10 super incubators. It's fucking solid. Hatch 100 eggs and win 100 raids for some big Stardust rewards. So very, very cool that people have gotten to the second page of the referral rewards. A lot of work, good rewards. So I totally dig it.
That's awesome.
Yep. All right, Adam, you want to read through? We got some listener emails here. You want to read through this first one? It's a short one.
For sure. This is coming from Christad, Team Gray. Sometimes I take over a gym and leave it gray just because I am working on the badge for 4,000 gym battles. Giggity. Have a great day.
So we talked about Team Gray last week, and the person was like, why the fuck are people doing this? Are they psychopaths? It's like, hey, some people just don't give a fuck about the gym part. They're just doing it for the medal. So that makes a ton of sense.
And some people just do it because we're psychopaths.
Dude, just believe me. I troll motherfuckers. Just like, you're Team Gray, bitch. It's like it's all like it's. Sometimes it's worse. Like I used to carp them all the time. I'll put 10 CP carp in it. It's like sometimes it's better to just leave that shit gray. It's so funny.
For sure.
This next email is from Robert, also known as RT Cruiser. Says, just finished listening to the last Creator Series and something came up to me about improving the game. I would like to see the entire Pokemon Nest system redone. The nests seem to have become pretty useless unless they happen to have a particular Pokemon that you're looking for, but they are also opaque, leaving other trainers to report on the current nest Pokemon using chats and third parties. This is true, like the Sylph Nest Atlas. What if this was changed and instead of being Pokemon specific, it was region specific? So instead of, say, an Eevee nest, it was simply a Kanto nest or a Sinnoh nest. And what if this was transparent to trainers? In Harry Potter Wizards Unite, you have the ability to see what is happening in the world map. This is like where you have the flags and the colors on the Wizards Unite map where things are kind of segmented. It says, why not add this to Pokemon Go where you could see nests and these had a flag to say what the nest was at the time? Obviously, spawns would be random, with common Pokemon spawning more regularly than rare ones. You could also have different egg hatches than guaranteed eggs. Received from stops would only have Pokemon related to that nest region. Dude, what
I
a
like
great
that,
idea.
but for parks. You
Hell
know what I mean?
yeah.
It would give you a reason to go out to the parks, or you go on a hike and it's that whole mountain area is a certain
absolutely
region, if you will.
I don't know Wizards Unite well, but I remember when I was playing it towards the tail end, I would see that where a big square on the map of a park region would be red or something like that, designating it as something. I don't know what the fuck is going on, some fucking shit. But that applied to Pokemon Go and make the nests region based. I fucking love that. I think that's super cool. I also think that can help identify what Pokemon are spawning during the seasonal cycle, because it'll help just distinguish what Pokemon are available from that region during that season. So I love this idea. Robert, great fucking email. This is awesome. I'm definitely going to push this feedback up to Niantic. I think this is a cool idea and a way to kind of bring some life into nests, add a little bit more immersion. I dig it. All right, Adam, final segment of the day, Poke the Bear. I got a good one here. Lots and lots and lots of feedback, like a shit ton. So we're going to go rapid fire. You ready to poke this bear?
Let's poke the bear.
All right, on this week's Poke the Bear, I asked the community, fill in the blank. Dear Niantic, I really wish you would blank. This is what they had to say.
This could get ugly.
You know, it really wasn't that bad. It was a lot of constructive stuff and a lot of stuff that makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to run through it. You could share your feedback as we go. So it says, Lachlan says, I really wish you would add a badge similar to the Collection Challenge badge for keeping track of gold gems. Fucking preach, Lachlan. Hell yeah. We definitely need a way to keep track of gold gems. With all the remote raiding that I do, especially international stuff, the majority of my fucking gyms now are like one-time gyms because I'm just doing a remote raid there. So all these gyms that I've worked to get gold are falling off my gym list. I would love if there was a way to keep track of this shit so I could at least know where I'm at. He also says, I really wish you would save the dates for community days 3 months ahead of time. Remember they were doing that for a while?
Yeah.
That was nice.
That was really nice.
They would do that. And then finally he says, I really wish you would respect APAC more. This is the Asian Pacific, region like Australia and all that. Yeah, because they get fucked constantly. Their last spotlight hour for Finian, which was this past Tuesday, the spawns didn't happen until like 23 minutes after 6 o'clock. And
no.
There was no spawns, no Finian spawns. So like they lost the first third or a little bit more than a third of their whole fucking spotlight hour. So it's like they always get the shaft. Always.
They just need a makeup event for all of the events.
I heard you like makeup events, so I put a makeup event inside your makeup event. It's like nonstop. It's nonstop. All right, we're going to go through these quickly. Torty King, allow us to select Pokemon we wish to delete, like the favorite star. So when you have finished assessing and go back to the decks, you have already selected them for deleting. I like that. Like an opposite of favorite star. That makes sense. Night Owl, give us the option when we want to watch eggs hatch. Oh, this is the one I was talking about earlier. Yeah. Probably minor, but to some, but I swear I always get the animation at the worst time. Once my fiance almost missed getting into her raid because of an egg hatching. Yo, I agree with this 100%. It's like anytime I
feel that on many levels.
Like whenever I want to show someone something in game, I'm like, hey, let me show you this. Like, oh, fucking egg is hatching. Like it just always happens like that. Magpie Malcolm says, stop making events till the core parts of the game worked without bugs or issues. Then expand slowly and test features before release. That makes way too much sense.
Yeah, that makes way too much sense. No way.
Totally makes sense. Pogo John says, give us less events that are longer instead of more events that are shorter. Less is more, and with these 2 X and Y events coming in May, I love it. It's a great start. I saw a lot of people echoing this same sentiment. ISO33 says, make a gym system where we can battle the leaders like Misty, Brock, and the Elite Four, also so I can clap them and make it like an easy thing for them to do by using rocket grunts as NPCs and have the leaders spawn in the gym after so many NPCs are defeated. This got me thinking. So that's a great idea, ISO. I would love more crossover, but not even like with Misty, Brock, or whatever, but some kind of ladder system. Like think of Mortal Kombat when you play like the single player in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
you just have this like the battle tower kind of thing in the Pokemon games. That would be really fucking cool. I would love that. I think that could add life to the PvP mechanic where it's not really PvP because you're battling the computer, you're battling NPCs, but it feels like that. So great idea. This one I had to throw in. PK Ben says, be a good company. That's it. That's the whole thing. So funny. Woodwose Wolf always makes a lot of sense. He says, tidy up the UI, the user interface. It's such a confusing mixture of old and new elements. Do something more with the in-game map. Bring more elements of adventure and exploration to Pokemon Go. Gyms. Bring life back into this side of the game, please. Anything. For example, with the UI, why are news and notifications, which are accessed via a tiny link in the Pokemon menu, totally disconnected from today, which is accessed through the tiny research binocular icon, even though today has most of the news about current and upcoming events? Yes, I agree. It's like the news is in 2 spots. He nailed it. It's a mishmash of old elements, new elements, and a lot of them just don't jive with each other. So I agree 100%. Oh, look at this. Here's Lyle. This is our new patron. It says, add skip all animation button, delete eggs, a legendary gym to drop out legendaries in, and like a Snapchat map, maybe be able to zoom in to see friends. Oh, like local friends. That would be fucking cool. A little Big Brother action, but Ingress kind of has something similar to this. More avatar customization. I could probably keep going. Yes, a lot of good stuff here. A legendary gym. That would kind of be cool, where you could put legendaries in. I've heard people say like even one legendary per gym, but the avatar customization, I hear this all the time. All the time. Shelbs, I wish Niantic would alert me in another way when I'm invited to a raid. I hate missing raid invites if I'm sending gifts or catching a Pokemon. Also, skip intro animations for raids and go straight to the lobby. I already know the raid I'm being invited to if I catch the invite on time. This happens to me a lot.
That's super annoying.
Yeah.
But I get why it does that, because you get to see the timer.
You get to see the timer, but also that's probably the mask for the load. You know, it's got to load it. You know what I mean? So while we're seeing the animation, the game is booting the raid. So that I understand why they do it. But the first thing, if you're sending gifts or catching a Pokemon, this happens to me all the time, especially with my new increased friends list. I'm sending so many fucking gifts. When I come out of the gift sending, like I blast out 20 gifts, right? When I come back into the map, I then see all these old-ass raid notifications, and I go into my raid screen. They're all gone already because they were sent to me and happening when I was in the gift screen. But I couldn't see the invite. You can only see the invite from the map screen. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Kevin Anderson says, make all your employees get the same exact haircut, just like our avatars. So, that's funny.
That's a good one.
Rob Young, I really wish you would scale back on the events and make the ones that do happen feel like events. Halloween, Christmas, the old Adventure Week, and this new XY thing, all good stuff. Yeah, see, people are really digging the bigger, longer events. So a lot of echoing here. Cole Clark, add way better customization for avatars. You'll probably see and look at people's characters more than almost any game. Let's see some variety in the raid lobbies. Yeah, a lot of people talking about this.
I like that. Sean
Ally says, a visible timer on lure modules, similar to incense, star pieces, and lucky eggs. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I've always wanted that. Anthissa says, improve AR blending, animations and placement, create an unranked PvP league, allow remote gym battles, Pokemon placement, and gym spins, increase the number of remote passes we can hold, and allow us to convert premium passes to remote passes. Damn. A lot of shit there. Nicole, stop using Team Go Rocket as a scapegoat for paid events. They're cool and all, but I really don't want to see another Go Fest day dedicated to just fight Team Go Rocket a million times for a Shadow Mewtwo.
Yes, thank you for saying that, because I don't want that either.
DeFi 250, what's up, DeFi? Says, spend less time resources on the new features and content and more time resources on quality of life features, testing the game before the update, and fixing bugs and errors, especially in the PvP system. Man, sometimes people just make too much sense.
No, this next one from Cowboy Cody. Communicate requirements for events better. Nail on the head right there.
Yeah, totally.
The next one's from Robert. Hire a quality control department. Roberto Lopez, create a better customer support system. I need to talk with a human, not a bot. This Dude, is so good. Can I just be the customer service person?
I gotta say, some of the, I love reading the Niantic support replies on Twitter. It's so funny. It's like people get so emotional and they're writing these big, long-ass stories, all this shit.
Page 2 of 7.
And it comes back, try restarting the game.
Sorry to hear that, trainer. There's nothing we can do.
I'm crying, dude. I'm crying.
Heracross Boss writes in, 1. Release Larvesta. 2. Shiny Heracross. Mega rates. 3, claim XP button on friendship screen. That is the best idea
right.
so far.
I replied to that with like the mind exploding fucking gif. That, yes. Well, go ahead. And then 4, bug themed event monthly. You could tell fucking Heracross Boss is a bug trainer, like through and through. But claim XP button on the friendship screen. What the fuck? This is the best idea ever. The best idea
that way
ever.
here, nobody can get mad at anybody because you can claim it because you have become best friends, so you don't get screwed over it.
I know.
When somebody acts it, because I know that I've accidentally opened a GIF before, and it feels bad.
Oh, dude, I've done it too. I've seen it both ways. I've fucked people and I've been fucked by people.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Well, maybe sometimes, only on Tuesdays. Go ahead, Adam. You got 2 more.
All right, from C-Buy. Train our Pokemon to increase its IVs. Also, account management outside the game. A companion web page, computer app, Switch app, anything other than my phone to manage my account. That's a good one, because I wish I could just see all of my Pokemon on a bigger screen.
Well, even like Ingress has the Intel map where you're not actually playing your game, but you can like put in promo codes, you see the map and see the world around you. I love that. It's just, he said it perfect. It's just a companion. I dig that. I totally dig that. We got one more here.
One more from Go for Big Fudge. Communicate clearly and concisely about things that are going on. Huh. Add to calendar link for events. Now that's a big one.
So first of all, thank you to everyone for all the great feedback. This is great. This is an awesome vertical slice of kind of where everyone's head is at. But we saw a lot of consistent stuff regarding less events with more, longer events are better. People want to see, less new features and more development of existing features. People want more avatar customization. People want better communication about event details. Things like that are all phenomenal. Something that like just like Go for Big Fudge said here, add to calendar. Why doesn't this game have an in-game calendar? Like, give me a fucking in-game. Like, today view is great, but I don't just want to see today. It's like, I understand it'll tell me like, all right, you've got, 28 hours left on this event, but what happens after that event? Like, let me plan. In-game calendar would kind of resolve all that. I would love to see that, but man, a lot of good fucking feedback here. This was great.
Okay, can I just give my 2 cents?
Of course.
One, I'd say like mini games to increase the longevity of the game. Just like mini games that you can send a request to one of your friends to be like, play rock, paper, scissors. Just something so silly, but you do it with like your buddy Pokemon, just to create like a buddy interaction, and it still counts as like instead of battle with your buddy, like do an event with your buddy, and like that can be one. Like
give me a direct port of Pokemon Stadium.
That's what I was thinking.
Mini games.
You can't say that. I mean, you can, but have like Lick-a-Tongue and like whoever can like lick the sushi. I don't know. There's tons of stuff they can do. Magikarp jump. Just get Magikarp and just touch them. Come on. The second thing, which is tiny, but it could be cool. If your best buddy, a little badge, if you could customize that, if you could do like different colors or different ribbons.
I was about to say like ribbons in the main series. That could be really cool. That could be cool.
Because I was thinking about like, you do like Pokemon contests and stuff. So like you get a different, like you have like different stuff you can put on them, but badges like a different one. Like instead of it being red, like mine's red with a gold thing on Delibird. Like, can I get a blue one? Make it look cool.
What's a cool idea? Just to expound on that is like, how when you look at your buddy and you could swipe to the side and it'll show you how many interactions of each type you've done. So like, let's say you reach best buddy and the majority of your buddy interactions were coming from battling. Then the ribbon would look one way. Or if the majority of your buddy interactions were walking, it would look a different way. That could be a cool way to kind of differentiate. I like that.
Or to keep going, because if your best buddy gets maxed out, there's got to be a reason to have your best buddy as your best buddy more often. So maybe like holding on to it as your best buddy for so many days will eventually unlock like the blue, and then it'll eventually unlock the yellow, and then it can unlock the platinum badge,
Yeah,
something like that.
Someone had mentioned that on last week's episode. I think an email, maybe it was Sir Amanda that wrote in and said like, yeah, once you become best buddies, like really, all we get is the one boosted level. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't seem like, a lot of a big payoff, and it's like I have no motivation or incentive to keep that Pokemon my buddy anymore because I've already done the deed. But Adam, that was a show. A little long today. Went a little long. A lot of info.
Long.
Thank you.
A lot of info, a lot of laughs.
Yes. Yeah, dude, I was fucking pissing my pants at the hire and quality control department. I was like, dude.
Listen, if you need somebody.
Thank you, everyone, for checking out the show. We really do appreciate it. Make sure you check out luredup.com for everything we have going on with the show, PokemonProfessor.com for everything that's going on with the network. You can email us, info@luredup.com. You can leave us a text, voicemail, picture, video. We haven't had any of those in a while, so give us a call, 732-835-8639. Other than that, Adam, is that it?
That's it.
Keep training, trainers. Thanks again. We'll see you next week.